I would like to say on that.
Go ahead.
I want the best for Jayson Tatum. I think he's an awesome dude. I think he's shown how much he cares.
I feel like there's a but coming.
No, I think it's a reality check to the others that I'm not saying every Achilles injury. I'm just saying it's pretty evident he went about this rehab process to get back for this season like a star athlete should. And we've talked about it. I've been in there. I spent a lot of my time in the training room in college. Are you doing everything you can to get yourself better? And it's a fascinating deal. And it happens in everyday life. You know?
I truly think about that. About an injury of that level. I had a weird thing on my shoulder that I...
Frozen?
Pardon?
Frozen?
A little bit. The last month I've gone for PT and whatever, and I see people, and I mean, I'm not going to go...
Like on the top or the back?
It was in the back shoulder.
Rolling on like a baseball?
We did all sorts of stuff. We did these pulleys. We did like these wall stretches. Like the only time it hurt is when I did like a 90-degree angle and I did this. I'm like, so how about...
That's just like scapula.
The only time it hurts is when I do this. Like the old joke. So don't do that. Dun-dun-dun. But I'm looking around the room at these people and I'm wondering, like, who's this lady? What happened to her ankle? Who's that dude? Look at that guy. What'd you do? But what am I going to... I'm not going to bother these people. These are just normal people trying to live their lives. But imagine you're an elite athlete.
Correct.
And the thing that gives you your livelihood is impacted to the degree you cannot do it. What are you willing to put yourself through to go back out there and do it again? Well, the answer with Tatum was evidently everything. Now, every injury is also different, right? So this isn't saying, well, Tatum cares more than Halliburton. No. That's not what you're saying. But it is clear that Tatum's injury and his ability to rehab that injury had an avenue that he took that got him back in early March, and he's here. Which I have to admit, in my brain, I never once thought last spring when he went down in the Garden against New York was even a possibility. I'm like, well, next year's done. Only it wasn't. That's incredible, actually.
Yeah, because I'm reading like all the NFL draft stuff, and there's guys that have gotten hurt and that haven't come back, and it's over a year to the combine. Still didn't test. Like, this is it, man. People die for these opportunities and want to have these opportunities happen to them, and it's just going by the wayside. Draft's in like 40 days. And people you surround yourself with, the things that you say about yourself and know about yourself when you are by yourself, all that stuff, no matter what. And how do you respond to adversity? There's different levels of adversity all over the place for different people. I just think it says so much about him and being able to do that, knowing the prowess he brings to the table.
But isn't there an incredible value in finding out about yourself, what you're capable of when adversity shows up? Because you only know and you only find out. You've heard me say, there's a million lines you've heard me say a million times, but perspective is something you either have or you get. And I think you and I have both been through some life stuff, heavy stuff that none of us asked for, and you figure out a way to survive it.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to an injury like this to an elite athlete, you find out, all right, man, this hurts. All right, can you push through it? At what point is it mental? At what point is the hurdle mental? At what point do you get over that mental hurdle? And he addressed like how big a deal it was just for him to do it, to play. And I'm thinking about, wow, the first time you make that cut, do you trust you can do it? Mm-hmm. And then I guess once you do, all right, maybe now you make the next move with a little bit more, a little more emphasis because you believe it, you trust it. I find that amazing. People's ability to learn about themselves. I would think, like I said a moment ago, I think there's got to be enormous value in learning this about yourself. You wouldn't have chosen it, but once you're laying there on the garden floor, you got, get knocked down 9 times, get up 10, right? Mm-hmm. He's back up and at him.